My name is William Gallagher. I am one of the senior market analysts here at Market Traders Institute. I am excited and honored to be here with each and every one of you here today. Today I will be discussing opportunities that exist in the equity and options market. I'll also be showing you today how MTI students are profiting in today's market. A quick overview of what we'll be discussing here today. I'll explain to you what the options market is, explain the importance of educating yourself on how to properly trade the options market, also explain to you and show you effectively how to trade it and show you several examples of it being done here today. For those of you who are brand new, we'll be going over terminology. We'll be discussing strategies. By the end of the webinar, you will know what a call option is, what a put option is, contract premiums. We'll go over all of that here today. In fact, I'd like to promise everybody by the end of the presentation today, you will know more about the options market than 90% of the world. So what we'll do is I'll get started here. Before we jump into it, let me get an idea of the education experience of everybody in the room. If you look at your screen, everybody just quickly type into the chat box. If you are brand new, you don't even know what options are, please type the number 1 in the chat box. That'll let me know that you are, in fact, brand new. Maybe you've never even done this before. For those of you that maybe have a little bit of experience, you can type the number 2 in. Let me know that you have a little bit of experience as far as trading options. And number 3, if I have anybody that is actually real money traders, if you are actually trading options, you can go ahead and do that as well. I'd appreciate it. So, well, it looks like, okay, looks like most of you are brand new here today. Great. Now, my brand new people, you're going to appreciate this. I'm going to walk you through the process, show you how to do all this. Now, my 3s, you're going to appreciate this as well because hopefully you'll take away a nugget or two. Give you that aha moment. Maybe you'll understand this a little bit better. Now, before we jump in here, I do believe one of my colleagues was the first presenter here today. But for those of you that may have missed that, a quick introduction to who's going to be sharing with you that better way of trading. I am coming to you live today from the Market Traders Institute in Orlando, Florida. The building you see on your screen, that is actually our building. I'm broadcasting out of that building here today. In fact, MTI's headquarters is based out of a suburb. It's called Lake Mary, Florida. The neat thing about our program is you actually come to our building, get trained live in person right here in our classrooms here. Now, we've been around the business of training new people on how to trade since 1994. And over the last 22 years, we have built and continue to build our track record. In fact, over the last 22 years, we've trained over 30,000 students on how to trade. And that is, in fact, worldwide. Now, I'm sure many of you, so there's been other people here today. There might be other groups doing this. But you're here today. Fortunately, we have the longest track record, and we have the greatest number of students in the business here. So it's either by choice or by luck, you come to see the very best. So I know some of you might recognize this logo down here in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. We're happy to report that Inc. magazine, we actually featured in the newest Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies. We got there by producing one thing for our students. You see, bottom line is we are getting results for our students in this market. Now, our success comes from building successful traders. We've done that by providing a combination of tools, training, and live in the market mentorship. So what happens when a new person, they get involved with MTI, they become part of our group here, they join our team, they start getting results. Now, when they start getting those results, what happens is they tell a friend or two. They tell 2, 3, 4 people, and it just blossoms from there. Now, as you've seen the letter here, we're mentioned in the same breath as GoPro, Under Armour, Microsoft, just name a few of the companies. Now, that only continues if we keep delivering those results. And those results are simply measured by what shows up in your account statement. They're measured in dollars, so it's very easy to see those results and to measure them here. Now, for those of you who wonder who I am, quick introduction here. My name is William Gallagher. I'm one of the senior market analysts here at Market Traders Institute. I know some of you may have seen some of our webinars before. Let me give you about my background. I've been involved in trading in the investment market since 1998. So I am a stock trader. Some of my favorites are Apple, Caterpillar, AT&T, Starbucks, just name a few. I also worked for several different financial companies, and I also did help start, launch, and build an entirely new financial services company from the ground floor up. So I do know what goes on behind the scenes in the financial world, and I am a multi-class trader. I trade stocks, options, and the Forex. One thing also I know is I am also a student of Market Traders Institute. So for those of you who are brand new here today, I was once just like you. I was in one of these webinars going through, started asking myself if this is something that I could do, if I'd benefit from the program that MTI provides here. So I, in fact, said yes. So, in fact, won't be asking you to do anything that I haven't already done myself, because I actually have gone through the same program I'll be showing you here today. Now, as we're going along, some of you might be scratching your heads. You might be saying, you know what, William, I believe I can do this. Well, I said the same thing. So I'll actually show you today how you can get trained by the same people who taught me and thousands of other traders around the world. But today my team is counting on me to get you up to speed. So I'm going to be your mentor here today, take you by the hand, help you find the same success that I am, and what our students are getting in this market. So I know, let's not waste any time here today. I know you're looking for the best strategies, the best formulas in the market. So let's start by talking about the keys to success in trading. First of all, you need to pick the right market. The right market's going to be the one that gives you the most advantages. Today we're talking a whole lot about the options market. Next, it comes down to the people you work with. This is going to make a huge difference. I can't stress that enough. Who you work with, who you have mentoring you, who you have teaching you, that's going to be the biggest difference here. It also comes down to you being a big part of this. You got to own it. You can't just sit on the sidelines and expect for results to happen. At some point, you're going to have to take that first step, get in the game, and actually start trading in this market here. Plus, it also comes down to education, getting some great tools in your hands, getting that great team, having that mentor, having that coach there is going to help give you the ideas, help find good positions, plus give you a nudge to get out of good positions and put that profit right into your pocket. Also comes down to results. I'm going to talk a whole lot about results here today because our results are measured in money. And that's what's got our group and our team to this point here. So let's start off, let's start a quick baseline here. Let me explain to you the type of results our students are getting in this market. Our goal is for you to be like Bob C right here. Here's what he did. We sent him an email alert alerting him to trade some Apple options. He took our email alerts, did exactly what we told him to do in that email. I'll explain how that works here in just a couple minutes here, but all he did was simply took advantage of our trade alert, made $7,500 overnight off of trading some Apple options here. So he says, not bad for an overnight trade. Yeah, not bad at all. So we want you to be the one that's sending us a thank you note. We want you to get to the point where you're the one, after we send you some trades, trades to look at, you're the one sending us a note to look at them right there. Now, some more results. We actually just got this one yesterday. Greg F. just sent us, he said, hey, I made 18% profit today from following Kevin's opening, closing, and Sunday call. I'll explain what all that is here in just a second, but he says thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to show everybody, though, it all starts off like John G. says right here. I know most of you, if you are brand new, everybody at some point starts off brand new. So I want to assure you that you don't have to know everything to get started. I'd be doing a huge disservice telling you here that in the next, 45, 60 minutes, I'm going to be able to teach you everything that you need to know. But what you do need to know is how to make money in this market. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make money in this market. Start getting some results in your trading account. As far as learning everything else, I'm sure you probably can already guess that there is a lot that you can learn, but what you really need to know to get started is how to make money in the market. As far as education, we provide a thorough education here. The sky's the limit as far as what you want to learn. So how are we going to get you to the point? How are we going to get you to the point where John G is, Bob C, and Greg are? It's going to come down to simple and easy to use strategies. It's going to be straightforward methods of trading. It's also going to be consistent and time-tested ways of trading. But more importantly, I can't stress this enough, it comes down to having a dedicated team that's going to be there for you, that's going to be there to support you. They're going to answer your questions as you're going along. Once again, you won't be trading alone when you're trading here with our team here. Now, it all starts off with our Director of Equities Education. His name is Chris Irvin. I'll be talking a whole lot about him here tonight. Some of you may have heard of him before. He's been on Fox Business. If anybody that's in the UK here today, he's been on Invez. Some of you may have seen him on Trade King. The Trade King brokerage, actually, they named him an all-star. That's where he gets a lot of his press from. Now, he is the creator of this course series, the creator of our Ultimate Stock and Options team, and he is a 15-year market veteran. So his success in trading options, this has led people to asking him for help. That just makes sense. If you're doing something that you're successful with, people want to know what you do. So he wrote a book. Then what happens is that book became popular. Then more and more people started coming up to him and saying, hey, Chris, we love the book, but can we actually trade along with you? You know, can you actually show us how to do this? You know, direct, live, hands-on. So here's what he did. He created this team, because that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to have that team there, have be able to trade along with a mentor and a team that is trading along together. So Chris and my team here today, they count on me to get you up to speed so you can start trading live with us here today. They want to make sure that you're not holding our team back before you get involved. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. I know most of you here, I got a lot of ones here today, a lot of you typing in number one. So let's start off by talking about why you want to trade the options market. First of all, it is a leveraged market. I know for some of you that might be a big word. All it simply means is that you can get more bang for your buck in this market here. Now, it also comes down to less capital to get involved. Because of that leverage, you need less capital to get involved in this market. I'm going to show you today how you only really need is just a couple $100, and you can get started making some serious results in this market. It also comes down to having an upfront defined risk. Before you place your trade, you're going to know what your risk is ahead of time, and it's always going to be limited. I'm going to explain that here in just a second. Now, it also comes down to you can use it as protection. This is something that doesn't get talked about a lot because you can actually use options to protect the money that you have right now. I know some of you here in the room tonight, today, you might actually have a retirement account or some sort of financial account already set up. We can show you how to use options to protect what you already have. And that might be worth every minute you spend with me here today in the webinar. So what I want to do, let's jump in right now. Let's start talking about how we trade options. Let's start with the very, very basics. My more experienced traders, bear with me for a minute. We're going to pull back that curtain. I'm going to show you how we find these opportunities and how we trade around them. But let me get everybody up to speed here. Let me quickly do this here. I'm sure most of you here in the room say you know how a stock trader works. Here's what a stock trader is going to do. They're going to look at a stock. Maybe it's stock XYZ. Maybe stock XYZ right now is trading at around $25 a share. Maybe you've done some analysis. Maybe there's an announcement coming out where you believe that stock XYZ is going to go up. So as a stock trader, you buy one share of stock XYZ. And maybe after the announcement, maybe stock XYZ does in fact go up to maybe $50 a share. Not too bad. Stock trader, you just generated a 100% return on your investment. Most of you would be pretty happy with that. However, as a stock trader, you owned the stock. You had $25 invested. You had $25 at risk. Now, the options traders, they don't want to own stock XYZ. They just want to control it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at stock XYZ. We might know about that same announcement coming out. We might do the same analysis, but instead of actually buying stock XYZ, we're going to run that analysis through our specific criteria, check it against our options chain, find the best option that allows us to control stock XYZ, and we might be able to do that for $5 a share. So options trader, we do the same thing with that stock here. We get involved for $5 a share. Here's what happens. The stock makes that same move after the announcement. Our option increases by $20 per share, and we generate a 400% return on our investment. So stock trader wants to own the stock, $25 invested, $25 at risk. Options trader, we simply just want to control it. We can control it for $5. In this case here, we had $5 invested on that trade, $5 at risk. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, isn't there a lot to learn as far as trading options? And there is, but all you really need to know are two different type of options. They're called call options and put options. My brand new people, this is what I want you to write down. This is what a call option is. If we believe that the market's going up, we're going to utilize a call option. A call option gives the right to buy an asset at a certain price within a specific period of time. So maybe we're looking at Apple. Maybe Apple's trading at $100 a share, and we think that Apple's going to be going up. It's going to be moving higher. But what if we only have limited funds? Maybe we only have about $1,000 in our trading account. We can't afford to buy too many shares of Apple. But we don't want to miss out if Apple does, in fact, go higher. Here's what we're going to do. We can purchase an option to buy Apple at some time in the future for $100 a share, no matter what it's trading for. So maybe in a couple months, maybe in February, Apple goes up to $150 a share. I still have the right to buy it for $100. So it gives us the right to buy it, but we're not obligated to buy it. I'll explain what that means here in just a second. Now, on the flip side of that, what if we believe that the market's going to go down? We can utilize what's called a put option. Here's the thing. Put option, it gives the right to sell an asset at a certain price within a specific period of time. So let's just say that Apple's trading at $100 a share. And maybe we believe that Apple's going to be going lower. Here's what we can do. We can purchase an option to sell Apple at some time in the future at $100 a share, no matter how low it goes. So maybe in a couple months, Apple goes down to $75 a share. I still have the right to sell it for $100. So it's at $75. I can sell it for $100. What do I get for that? I get the difference. That amount goes right into my trading account. I get the cash. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, William, if it's that easy, why isn't everybody doing it? Well, there is a cost to doing it. That cost is called a premium. My new people, this is what I want you to write down. The premium is you're going to pay for the control and time of that asset. That cost is called a premium. Apple's trading at $100 a share. Maybe we believe it's going to go up. So what we do is we buy a call option. Buy a call option to buy Apple in February for $100 a share. That's going to cost us $4 a share. That's the cost of doing business on that trade right there, $4. That's what our premium is. Now, Maybe in February, Apple goes up to $125 a share. We can still buy it for $100. We can get it at a $25 discount. Now, we paid $4 for the right to do this, and we get to keep the difference. So we made a net of $21 on that move. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, William, what happens if Apple goes down? Well, if Apple goes down after we buy that call option, maybe it goes down to $75. Well, as a stock trader just lost $25 on that move. But as an options trader, we didn't lose that $25. All we lost is what we paid for the option. We can simply just let our option expire, and we would lose that $4. So we knew our risk ahead of time. The option is always going to be there to make money on the upside, but our risk is always going to be limited on the downside. Now, one more quick term before we start putting this all together. My new people, this is what I want you to write down. In options, we trade in contracts. Each contract that we buy, it controls 100 shares of a stock. So if we buy one contract on Apple, we are controlling 100 shares of Apple. If we buy two contracts on Apple, we are controlling 200 shares. If we buy 5, we're controlling 500. If we buy 10, we're controlling 1,000. So it's scalable. You start off maybe trading 1 or 2 contracts, get to the point where you're trading 3, 4, 5, 10 at a time. I'll explain how that works here in just a little while as well. So let's start putting it all together now. My new people, you're ready now to see how this all starts coming together. So let me show you how this all came together when we were looking at Nike. We were looking at Nike right before an earnings announcement. Now, Nike is a little bit more of an expensive stock. It was trading about $115 a share. Here's the thing. If you're a small investor, you only have about $1,000 in your trading account, you would only be able to buy about 8 shares of Nike. That would take care of almost your full trading account. Now, this is the thing that frustrates a lot of people. You want to get in on Nike. You know somebody's making serious money off of Nike. You know somebody's making serious money off of Google or Apple or Tesla. But you know it's not the person that only has 8 shares of Nike or 1 or 2 shares of Google or Apple. So here's what we're going to do. Instead of getting left out on that move, when it comes to the call options, we can actually buy 2 call contracts, control 100 shares per contract, so we'd be able to control 200 shares of Nike for $90 less than what it costs us to buy 8 shares of Nike. So 8 shares versus 200 shares. So here's what happened. After that earnings announcement, Nike popped up for over a month. It went from 115 to 125. So as a stock trader, you made $10 per share, or about $78 in profit, or 8% in 1 month. For some of you, that might be great. Some of you might be thinking, well, you're only getting about 8 or 9% in your accounts right now in a year. That might be all you're accustomed to. You just made 8% in 1 month off of Nike. Now, until you look at the flip side of that and see how our call options did, our call options went from 415 to 1045. We controlled 200 shares, so we made about $1,240 in profit, or 150% off that move right there. Not too bad. Just use a couple calls, right instrument, not a big deal, the right strategy. We put $1,200 in our pocket. Not too bad right there. So this is how you can trade the more expensive stocks without having to have tens of thousands of dollars in your trading account to do this. And we do this a couple times a month. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, William, the stock moved $10 a share. Our options moved 6. What's up with that? Why didn't we get the full move? That's because of something else I want you to write down. The next term I want you to write down is called the delta. I'll explain to everybody that options don't necessarily move in a 1-to-1 ratio to the stock. That's because the delta is the percentage that the option moves relative to the movement in the stock price. So let me show you how that meant. On Nike, the stock moved 10. The option moved, actually I think it moved 6. Let's go back there. Yep, it moved 6. So let me fix that here. Actually, did I get that fixed? Okay, yeah, okay, so I messed that up there. So the option only moves 6. So we had a delta of 0.6, or we captured 60% of that move. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, we didn't get the full $10, but if you go back and look at Nike was trading at $115 a share. We got in at, what, about $4 a share. We made $1,200 in profit off it. I think most of you would be okay only getting 60% of the move when we still made 150% return on our trade right there. Now, when we showed that trade to our team, we showed it as a $3,000 profit. The reason because we traded 5 contracts on Nike. Now, for many of you here in the room, the brand new people, you might only start trading 1, maybe 2 contracts. But once again, it's scalable. You can build up to the point where you're trading 2, 3, 4, 5 contracts at a time. I don't care who you are, $3,000 off of one little trade in 1 month like that, that's a nice little bump. And that's what it's like to trade and work with our team here. Now, one thing you'll be mentioned as I'm going through the webinar here today, I'm not going to be talking about some random company, some penny stock that you never heard of. These are going to be companies that you've not only heard of, but maybe you've tried trading around. Now, here's the thing. At the end of the webinar, I'll go in, I'll explain to you some of the opportunities we're looking at right now. But throughout the webinar, I'm going to move pretty quickly right now, but we have a special session going on tomorrow. Right now, we're looking at, let me go back here. Right now, we're looking at actually Netflix. Netflix today, we actually just released an email alert on that. I'll explain to you what happened with that. But we have Chipotle on our watch list right now, Amazon, Starbucks, Bed Bath & Beyond. I'll explain in a little while what all these are. But for those of you that are in the room right now, and you'll find out right from Chris Irvin what's going on, or one of our professional analysts, what we're looking at our watch list. We have a special session going on tomorrow at 3 o'clock. At any time through the webinar here today, if you want to get that information, go ahead, type your phone number into the chat box, put the word Amazon next to it. That was going to be the word Netflix, but unfortunately, we've kind of missed out on the Netflix opportunity today. Unfortunately, if you've been on our webinars a day or a week or so ago, you would have got into that, but unfortunately, it's Amazon we're looking at now. So throughout the webinar, you have my permission. Go ahead, type it in. We'll reach out to you. We'll show you how you can get into that special session. We're talking and looking at these items that are on our watch list. We'll let you know what's going on with Netflix and Amazon and Chipotle as we're going along. So I'm going to keep moving forward here. Yeah, you have my permission. Type your phone number in with the word Amazon. We'll reach out to you after the webinar. Now, what I want to do right now is I know I'm going pretty quickly throughout all this here. For those of you, if for some reason I'm going a little bit too quickly, I do want to let you know that we do have a couple webinars going on tomorrow where I'll be going a little bit slower going through this here. So at any point, you also have my permission to simply type your phone number in, put the word webinar or something. We'll get you registered for another webinar tomorrow. But for those of you that want to get into that class, you have my permission, like Philip and Anthony and John and that sort of thing. But what I want to do right now, here's where my veteran traders, you're really going to appreciate what I'm about to show you. I'm going to pull back the curtain. Let me show you how we find these opportunities and how we trade around them. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me show you how we traded around this Under Armour trade. Here's what we did. Under Armour, we got in on July 9th, got out on July 28th, made $770 on that move, or 110% return on that trade. Now, I know there's many of you here in the room right now. We have about 140 of you here in the room. I know there's probably some of you sitting back saying, well, William, I'm not here to learn how to make $700 a month. That's just off of one contract. Once again, if you traded two contracts, that would have been $1,500, three would have been $2,300, and so on, just to let everybody know that. But I'll show you that as we're going along here. So what I want to do right now is let's pull back the curtain. Let me show you how we find these opportunities. It starts off with what I'm showing you right here. This is one of our pieces of technology. This is an awesome tool. This is called our Ultimate Market Scanner. What it's going to do is it's going to start off. We use this as a fish finder. We use this to help us find the opportunities in the market and where they're going. So we're going to use this market scanner here to look for the market sectors that are on the move. And we're going to use the scanner to find them here. We'll find out which sectors are on the move and which ones are trending. So that is step number one. Now, for some of you here in the room that you've been doing this a while, you might appreciate this because back in the day, you go back several years, you had to do a lot of manual research, had to go online trying to find opportunities. Now, you have technology here, click of your mouse, you can go ahead and find these opportunities. So that's step number one. Now, here's the neat thing about our program here. As we do all this heavy lifting for you, while you're learning how to do all this, we are actually going to be in our offices here. We're going to be looking for these opportunities, and then we'll send you out an email when we have an opportunity present itself here. So step number one, we use the market scanner to find out which market sectors are on the move. Now, the next step is once we figure out which market sectors are on the move, we then figure out which stocks are moving within those sectors. We drill it down a layer to find the individual stocks that are moving. Now, this is where veteran traders you're going to appreciate what I'm about to show you, because I'll show you some of the bells and whistles and the exclusive features that are built into our software here. Now, the market scanner, it incorporates what's called an auto Fibonacci tool. We absolutely teach you how to do Fibonacci's, but we also have an auto Fibonacci tool that is built right into our charting platform. In fact, this week we're actually launching our new upgraded charting platform. Not only do we have an auto Fibonacci tool built into it, we have an auto trendline tool, auto support and resistance tool, auto candlestick tool. We have some auto tools. Now, we absolutely teach you how to do all that, but now our charting software does all that automatically here. So what we're going to do then is we're going to use the market scanner to find those individual stocks. Now, here's the other neat thing about the market scanner is it can be used as a standalone tool. You can absolutely go in. It'll tell you where to get in, where your targets are, set your stop loss. You could do that. But we're educated traders. We have specific criteria that we want to make sure that any trade that we find meets. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use that auto Fibonacci tool. We're going to use our technology here, our knowledge of trading the market, to then start finding the price action on the chart. So the neat thing about all this is that you don't have to go into your chart, draw a bunch of lines. You don't have to figure this out on your own. We're going to do it all for you, and we're going to do it all for you right in a couple seconds and do it right for you right in real time. So once again, my new people out there, I know we might be going a little bit fast. Let me just reassure you. You'll absolutely be able to take this market scanner for a test drive. You'll have it in front of you. You'll have our charting platform in front of you as well. So when we find these opportunities, you'll have them right in front of you. You'll be able to see exactly what we are seeing. You'll be singing off the same sheet of music that our team is here. Now, the market scanner will absolutely teach you how to use it. In fact, we have a training session going on tomorrow where students will be in it, learning how to use the market scanner, learning how to use the charting platform. But for those of you that prefer to have us do all the heavy lifting for you, to find the opportunities and send you the information, we'll do all that for you while you're learning how to do all this. So the market scanner, we first start off looking for the market sectors that are on the move. Then we use the market scanner to find the individual stocks. Now, as I mentioned before, when we find an opportunity, there's specific criteria that stock needs to meet, that trade needs to meet before we jump on it. So the next piece we're going to do, we're going to pull out what's called our depot checklist. This is something Chris and our team created, something exclusive here to Market Traders Institute. Depot is an acronym. It stands for Delta, Expiration, Premium, Open Interest, and Time Value. Now, I've already taught you what Delta and Premium are. We'll absolutely teach you what Expiration, Open Interest, and Time Value are as well. And we'll absolutely teach you and show you how to use this depot checklist. But for those of you that want us to do the heavy lifting, we'll absolutely be going through this, making sure that any trade we find does in fact meet our criteria. So when we use the market scanner, we find an opportunity, we pull out our depot checklist, we're going to check for volatility, we're going to check for cost, for liquidity. We're going to ask, can we afford this position? Is the move going in the right direction? Now, once again, we'll do all this for you, but we'll absolutely teach you how to do it as you're going along. Now, once we find that, once everything gets checked off, we then pull out what's called our equity trade map checklist. This is the next step here. What we're going to be looking for here, we need to see if our risk ratio is correct. We need to ask ourselves, what are we willing to lose on this trade? Now, on this Under Armour trade, we were willing to lose about $200 on it. So once again, this is only if any trade opportunity that we find, it meets all this criteria. Only if all the boxes get checked, only when all of our criteria gets met, only then are we going to move forward on the trade. Send you out an email on it. So once again, this is all going to be straightforward, very simple trading strategies that make sense. Only when all your criteria is met, only then are you going to move forward on the trade. So here's the thing. The reason I bring that up is because a lot of brand new traders, even experienced traders, what they fail to do is they fail to use patience. They fail to use common sense. They fail to stick to their criteria. So what we do is we make sure that any trade that we send out to you or any trade that we move forward with, it has to meet all of our criteria. Now let's go back to this Under Armour trade. Let me show you how this all worked out. We came back and saw that Under Armour's trading at $60 a share. We ran our criteria against our options chain. We found options that were trading at $7 a share. So what we did is we bought one contract on Under Armour. What happened after the earnings announcement, Under Armour went from about $60 a share up to about $70 a share. So what happened is that the stock moved up about 10 points. Our options went from $7 up to $14.70. Each share went up $7.70. We had one contract, so we made $770 on that move. So the best part about all this is that that was the same stock, same amount of time, two different results. That's what it's like to have the right market, have the right strategies, and to work with the right team. Now, one of the things I also explained to everybody is that I know some of you are probably here today, you're probably expecting me to show you some high winning probability trading strategy, show you something where you're going to win 8 or 9 times out of 10, or show you how to make 100,000, 200,000 a year. Yes, that's all doable, but here today we're looking for straightforward, simple, and easy to understand strategies, but also what we're looking for is we need to make sure that we're trading with what's called a proper risk to reward ratio. That's our what we go here. We want to make sure that any trade that we place, we're trading with proper risk management. So on this Under Armour trade, if you remember, we were risking about $200 per trade. We were going after about 800. So what happened on this trade is that we were trading with a 4-to-1 risk ratio. We're going after 4 times as much as what we were risking. So here's what happens. As long as we get that one $800 winner, we could literally have 3 duds in a row and still be net profitable on that trade because our one winner is going to take care of the duds and then some. So some of you, maybe you might be comfortable with a 3-to-1 risk ratio. Some of you might be more comfortable with a 5-to-1. Everybody has their risk tolerance on this one. It was a 4-to-1 risk ratio. So I don't care what your trading strategy is. If you're not trading with a proper reward to risk ratio, you're not going to be seeing the same type of success here. I can promise you that. So what I want to do right now is I'm going very quickly here. I promise you, normally my webinars, I don't have much time. I only have about another 15 minutes to get through all this here. But let's just take a quick minute here and do a quick recap. I know my brand new people out there, your sponges are probably starting to get a little bit full right now. So far what I've taught you today are call options and put options, premium, contracts, deltas, risk to reward ratios. At this point, you now have enough education. You have a vocabulary now. This is all in your back pocket. If we were to send you a trade alert or an opportunity would come up, you would know what we're talking about. You won't be holding our team back at this point. So I know some of you might be thinking, well, isn't there a lot more to learn? Of course there is. What I'm just showing you here today are just the basics. When we go through our complete education, we go into much greater detail. We go into details about all this. We have what's called our online on-demand university. You'll go through 18 modules of online, on-demand, at your own pace education. So I know I'm going quickly here today, but when you go through our full education, you can go through it at your own pace. We'll take you from the basics all the way through the advanced trading strategy. We'll teach you about factors that influence stock prices, Japanese candlesticks, support and resistance, trends and trend lines, Fibonacci. So we'll actually teach you about Fibonacci's trend lines, support and resistance candlesticks, but now we also have those tools that are built right into our charting platform that does it all for you as well. We'll teach you both of that. Now, we'll also go into more advanced trading strategies as well. I know some of you might be thinking, well, what else do you teach? Well, we teach covered calls. We teach iron condors. We teach fill and fade the gap trading strategy. We teach straddles. We teach many of those more advanced trading strategies here. In fact, I'll explain to you a couple of them here in just a second and how they fit in here as part of our team here. But the thing about this is that some of you might jump in. You might jump in, do one module a week. Some of you might want to jump in and learn it all. Whatever you want to do, that's at your own pace and at your own discretion. Now, the neat thing about our program is it's kind of like being an intern, because while you're taking a portion of your time and learning how to do all that, we're also going to be sending you out email alerts like the one you see on your screen right here. Now, the neat thing about this is that when we go through all of our criteria, we use the market scanner to find an opportunity. We then run it through our criteria, and when it meets all of our criteria, we will send you out an email alert just like the one you see on your screen. Here's what's going to happen. It's going to come with the story behind why we're placing the trade. So we'll know exactly why we're placing the trade. It will come with all the analysis behind the trade. In fact, our new charting platform, it now allows our analysts here to send you out the actual charts that they're using. So you'll actually be able to upload that and import it right into your own charts as well. And we'll also go as far to make sure that you understand how to place the trade, because we'll even send you out an order form showing you exactly what buttons you need to push as far as placing the trade. So I kind of equate it to that saying. There's a saying that goes, if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. If you teach a man a fish, he eats for a lifetime. So we're going to kind of do both. We're going to teach you how to fish, teach you how to trade, for you to be a lifelong trader, but we'll also, as you're going along, help get you some results in your trading account by sending you out these email alerts just like this here. So let's walk you through. Let me explain to you that process of how this works here. Let me show you how one actually worked out. This was an email we sent out to our students here, and here's what happened. Chris and our team, we've done all the analysis. We did all that heavy lifting. We used the scanner, found an opportunity, and we found an opportunity on Amazon. We said that Amazon was an immediate opportunity. Here's what happens. It'll pop up in your email account, or maybe you have your email forwarded to your phone. If you go, ding, you got mail. In the email, it's going to come with a note just like this from Chris and our team. In the email, it's going to show you which stock we're planning on trading. In this case, it was an Amazon straddle. And it's also going to tell you when you need to do a buy. Place any time from today through the close of market tomorrow. So we'll tell you the what and the when. And once again, we'll do all that heavy lifting for you. We'll even include in that email all the whys. We'll include the cost analysis, the risk ratio, the volatility, all the Fibonacci analysis, all the stuff you're absolutely going to learn. It's going to be included in that email as well. So the neat thing about all this is that we'll send you the story behind the trade. We'll give you all the analysis behind the trade. And then we take it one step further to make sure you understand how to place the trade by saying, hey, here's what you need to do. Come over here. Let's do this trade together. You'll get an order form just like this. In the order form, we're going to show you exactly how to fill out your order ticket to place the trade. So even if you're brand new, if you're still new at doing this, you might be a little uncomfortable doing with it, you can simply just write the trade down, email our team here. We'll help walk you through it. Or if you're trading in a demo or practice account, see how the trade works out. Even if you don't make the money, at least you'll be a little bit more comfortable the next time an opportunity like this pops up. So in that email, on this order form, we'll show you which stock to trade. We'll show you which options to take. We'll show you all the buttons that you need to push. So even do it. It's going to be right there. If anything, you're at least going through the motions, showing and acting as you were an actual options trader here. Now, for my live traders out there, if you already have your trading account set up, let's have at it. Take advantage of these trades. Let's make some money together utilizing these trade opportunities. So how did this turn out? And some of you might be thinking, well, how did that option turn out? Well, here's what happened. 9 days later, we get an email back from one of our students, student Dilawar. Here's what he says. He says, thank you so much for that Amazon trade, that awesome trade on Amazon. I successfully closed out my Amazon straddle. He was able to make $5,600 in 9 days off of that opportunity. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, this is our goal. This is where we want you to be. We want you to get to the point where you're educated, you know how to do all this, and you're sending us these emails back thanking us, saying, hey, thank you for sending out that alert. These are my results. This is what my trading account is showing right now. So not too bad right there. I think that was actually his first trade right there. Not too bad right out of the gate. $5,600 in 9 days. That was back in October. So imagine at the end of October, that could have probably paid for Christmas this year, maybe Christmas next year, and so on. Now, I mentioned a word in there, straddle. Some of you might be scratching your head saying, well, William, what is a straddle? A straddle is one of our bread and butter trading strategies. Once again, we'll teach you a bunch of different trading strategies. Let me explain to you why we want to use a straddle. A straddle is when you place trades on either side of the market. Regardless of which direction it goes, you're going to make money as long as it goes. We utilize straddles usually around announcements because after the announcement, we believe the market's going to go one direction or the other. If we believe that the market's going to go up after that announcement, we buy a call option. If we believe the market's going to go down after that announcement, we buy a put option. But what if there's some confusion? What if we don't know or have an educated opinion as to which way we believe that market's going to go after that announcement? We use a straddle. Straddle is a non-directional trading strategy. Doesn't matter which way the market goes as long as it goes. So let me go ahead. I know some of you might be scratching your head. Let me walk you through an example and show you how a straddle works. Now, we were looking at Tesla last October, right before they were getting ready to release their earnings report. An earnings report, for those of you who are brand new, it's a report card. It lets people know what the company is doing, how it's doing. Now, there's some confusion as to which way the market was going to go. Now, when that report comes out, we believe the stock is going to move one way, but we want to take advantage of it regardless of which direction it goes. So we use a straddle. Here's what we did. We bought call contracts and we bought put contracts at the same time. We straddled the market right there. So let me explain to you how this works. And then some of you might be thinking, well, William, doesn't one just cancel out the other? If you're thinking that, it's a really good question. Let me explain to you how this works. If you remember here, after the announcement, if Tesla were to go up, it can theoretically keep going up and up and up. It can literally go to the moon. There's an unlimited upside. However, we're only going to be limited on what we lose on our put. We're only limited on the downside here. Now, your upside is huge. Your downside is limited. Now, what happens if the market goes down? What happens if Tesla goes down after that earnings announcement? Here's what happens. Your put becomes more and more valuable, but you're only limited on what you can lose on the call. Now, to keep things very simple, when the stock moves after that announcement, one of the options is going to move faster than the other. That's how a straddle works. Now, if the market goes up after that announcement, our call is going to rise in value. Oops, sorry about that. If the market goes up after our announcement, our call is going to rise in value faster than what our put's going to lose. Now, if after that announcement, if the market goes down, the put's going to rise in value faster than what our call is going to lose. So how did it turn out? Here's what happened. After that earnings report, Tesla got hammered. Here's what happened. The stock went down and down and down. Went from about 260 down to about 245, down to about 215. We had our positions on. We had our calls and our puts on at the same time. Now, Tesla, the stock was getting creamed. How'd we do? Our options, our put options went from 770 up to 2135. Now, our call options, they went down in value. They became less and less valuable, almost went down to nothing. Our profit became the difference on that. So we ended up making about $6,000 in 6 days off of that Tesla straddle. Now, that was a little bit more of a position. We did have 10 contracts on that position right there. But for my new people, if you only had about one contract on that, you still would have made about $600 in 6 days off of that move. So not too bad. It's the kind of position we're talking about. That's what it's like trading with our team. Start trading one contract, build up 2, 3, 4, 5. The sky is the limit. Now, how are our students doing? I told you about results here. Fuad says, still new at doing this and trying to learn and apply on the go. He says the straddle worked out great as you predicted in your email. He closed out with $3,800 in total profits here. Now, the other neat thing about this is that I'm showing you here that we show and explain to you how to get into a trade. Some of you might be thinking, well, William, do I have to sit in front of my charts and watch these trades pan out? No. We're going to be monitoring the market, sending you out alerts when to get out of the trades as well. It's going to be very low maintenance for you. We'll show you where to get in. The whole story is about why we're getting in, the whole strategy behind the trade. But we'll also send you out alerts like this one, letting you know when to get out. Now, we sent this one out here for our Amazon and LinkedIn straddles here. We closed them out. How'd we do? On Amazon, we closed out. It was just one contract on each side of that straddle. We made $1,800 in 14 days off of Amazon. We closed out our LinkedIn. Once again, just one contract on each side, $500 in 7 days off of that. You add those two together, that's about $2,500 in about 2 weeks of trading. Not too bad. If you average that out over a year, that's about $50,000 to $60,000 a year. That's not too bad for somebody that's just getting started doing something, just new at doing something like this here. Now, the cool part about it is in the email you see here, we still had outstanding positions. We had outstanding positions on Apple, Twitter, and the Qs. Now, we did get another email come out that we did close out on Twitter. I think we closed out, made 21% in about 2 months off of Twitter. Now, also you see in the email, it says here, Chris says, I will monitor the outstanding straddles and will let you know if I choose to exit. So once again, low maintenance. We'll show you and explain to you when to get out of these trades as well. Now, here's another neat thing about our program is that you're going to have Chris Irvin. He's part of our team here helping us find these opportunities, but you also have access to a 30-year market veteran. His name is Kevin Dixon. He's a great trader. He has a worldwide reputation. Kevin heads up what's called our live analyst on demand session. What are those? Each and every morning during the opening bell from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., Kevin's going to be monitoring the market. He'll be in a live session, just like you are here with me right now. He'll have his charts pulled up. He's analyzing the market, letting you know what's going on, actually showing our students opportunities that are going on during that opening bell. In fact, during the opening bell, for my veteran traders, we utilize the fill and fade the gap trading strategy a lot. That's one of the things we'll show and teach you how to do as well. Kevin loves doing that during the opening bell session. Now, we also have a closing bell session. You'll have access to him, once again, from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Well, he'll be going over the market, showing you what's going on during the closing bell. Now, there might be many of you out there. You might be saying, well, William, I work during the day. I can't attend these live. Let me explain to you that every single live session that we have here, it is recorded. So if anything, you can always go back, look at the opening bell session, look at the closing bell session, at least get an idea of what Kevin is talking about for the day. And we also send out a midday market update video. So you'll get that in your email. You'll be able to watch that as well. Now, another neat thing about this is that each and every Sunday, Kevin hosts a live trade planning session. What that means is that Sunday, our students get into this live trade planning session, and he goes over what's on our watch list for the week, going over their strategies for the week. So before the market's even open for the week, you're going to have an idea of what we're already looking at, what's going to be on our game plan for the week. And that, once again, those sessions are recorded as well. You obviously missed the one from this last Saturday, but I can have an education specialist reach out and give you that video as well. Now, one more quick thing here before you even start the week off. Chris Irvin, he's going to be sending you out a video as well. It's called the Spy the Market Video Update. On Sundays, he sends this out to our students, once again, giving an overview of the market, letting him know what's on our watch list, what we plan on doing as well. So you also get that video update and the trading analysis from Chris Irvin on Sundays as well. So you missed out on this one this past Sunday, but once again, we'll give you access to that as well. Make sure we get that in your hands. Now, as I mentioned before, we're going to be talking about stocks like Netflix and Bed Bath Beyond, Amazon, Chipotle. These are all on our watch list right now. In fact, actually Netflix, I apologize for this, right before we came into the webinar here today, there was an email that actually went out on Netflix. So unfortunately, Netflix is we're kind of watching to see what it does, but we've already sent our email out to our students. But let me explain to you why we were looking at Netflix. We were looking at Netflix because they had a potential trading straddle opportunity today. We actually had an email that went out right before I came in here today. Their earnings report is coming out, probably already came out, probably came out at the close of business today. Now, the reason we're looking at Netflix was because it was trading at $133 last month in December. It went down to 104. We'd be looking here, as it says right here, Netflix stock is going after new highs, so probably we'd be looking at going after the Netflix to go back up, maybe $20 possibly. But once again, our students got that email here today, so they know what we're doing with Netflix. Now, last time we traded Netflix, we made about $1,450 in profit off of Netflix. The time before that, this is why we love trading Netflix. The time before, we did a Netflix straddle, we made $2,500, almost $2,500 overnight on trading Netflix. That's why it was a big deal talking about Netflix. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I do have another one here. I'm going to show you what we're looking at right now. Let's certainly show you some other opportunities we were looking at. Nike, at the end of December, we were talking about it for about 2 weeks, right before the earnings announcement. After the earnings announcement, Nike popped up about $5 in 6 hours. That was about 4 to 5%. The next day, they did a stock split. It popped up about another 2. So that was an opportunity we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. Just giving you an idea of the type of results we talk about when we have these things that are on our watch list. Bed Bath & Beyond we were looking at about a week or so ago. They just came out their earnings report. It wasn't yesterday. It was probably about a week or so ago. We were looking at it when it was at $53. The reason we were looking at it because it used to be at 80. So when we got a hold of it, it went from 80 down to 53. Why were we looking at Bed Bath & Beyond? You look at these brick and mortar retail stores. JCPenney has gone from 42 down to 6. Sears has gone from 93 down to 19. Macy's has gone from like 80 down to 50 or 30, something like that. They're closing stores. I just heard Walmart's closing some stores as well. But retail stores, online retail stores, Amazon are doing pretty good. That's why Amazon's on our watch list right now. But we were looking at Bed Bath & Beyond after their earnings report. Here's what happened. It went down about another $2. When we first started looking at it, it was at 53. Then when the earnings report came out, it was about probably at 46. I think it went down about $2 right after that earnings report. Right now it's somewhere, I think around $45 or $43. So we're going to be looking for Bed Bath & Beyond to follow the same path as JCPenney, Sears, Macy's. There could be a $20 opportunity trading it as it's going down. So we'll be looking at this. We'll be looking at this on our watch list, see what's going here, and when opportunities pop up on it, we're going to be taking advantage of it. But what I want to do before we leave the webinar, let me show you something that is on our watch list right now. This is something we're looking at right now, Chipotle. Why are we looking at Chipotle? In the last 6 months, since they've had that E. coli issue, it has gone from 750 down to 400. Now, if you've been in any of our webinars, you know at the beginning last week, I started talking about Chipotle right here when it's down around $400. Now, since then, it's gone up $70 a share. Why? The company has come out with an announcement saying that they are going to be closing their stores for a couple hours to get that E. coli issue under control. And they also have their earnings report coming out February 2nd. So this could be a huge opportunity to trade Chipotle back up. Is it going to go back up to 700 where it was comfortable? Probably not. There's probably, depending on how things turn out, it might not, but it might be a difficult road trading it up. But you know what? Here's the thing. It's $470 a share right now. If you only have a couple $100 or $1,000 in your trading account, you're probably not going to be able to buy it. We can show you when an opportunity comes up how you can get involved trading it with options. What do I mean by that? Let me show you an opportunity we had with Chipotle. Chipotle, we did one call contract. It went up from 53 to 109. We made $5,580 off of Chipotle one of the times we traded in 2 weeks. So we didn't get in at 674. We got in at 53. So we can show you, we can teach you and show you how to do this. Real results right here. So ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do, unfortunately, I don't have much more time. I'm about to run out of time here. So what I want to do, yeah, a couple of you who are already typing in your phone numbers and everything here. Here's what we're going to do. Some of you are already typing your phone numbers. You're already seeing, you want to find out how to get into this Amazon, this webinar we're talking about tomorrow. Normally, we would have been talking about Netflix. I'm sure Chris or our market veterans, they're going to be talking about what's going on with Netflix. We sent that email out right before coming here. In fact, those of you that enroll today, we'll send you out that email. Well, you know what we're planning on doing with Netflix. But in the meantime, if you get that session, you'll know what we did with that. Amazon is on our watch list. I showed you Chipotle. We have a couple others. I believe Google might be on our watch list, Starbucks. So here's what we're going to do. Tomorrow, we're going to be having a special session at 3 o'clock. Chris Irvin, or one of our professional analysts, will be analyzing the market with our students here, giving them an idea what's on our watch list, showing them what they're going to do. If you want that information, I apologize, I don't have a lot of time to go over a lot of this, but if you want the information to find out how to get into that special session, I was going to have you type in the word Netflix, but because that's already passed, go ahead and type the word Amazon in. Type your phone number in with the word Amazon. I have an education specialist reach out to you right after the webinar. They'll explain to you how to get into that special session. Or, once again, I apologize for going pretty quickly here today. We can also get you set up with another webinar tomorrow if you'd like to see this again in a little bit more slow and a little bit more detail as we're going along. So thank you to Rosita, Dawn. I saw a couple of you type your phone numbers in, John and Philip. Yeah, you have my permission throughout the rest of the webinar. If you want to make that micro commitment to get this information, keep typing your phone numbers in. I'm going to keep moving forward because we still have a lot more to get over. I have a couple more minutes left here. So what I want to show everybody is that this is all part of our stock and options team. We put it all together into a package called the Ultimate Stock and Options Package. It includes the education, the tools, the training, and that live support. It's all online. It's all on demand. We give you that handheld approach, and we're going to take you step by step and teach you and show you how to trade the market. Now, I know some of you have been through other programs. Some of them, maybe they give you a little bit of education, some tools, maybe a little bit of training, and then they send you on your way, and they basically say, good luck out there in the market. Here's what we do. Our goal is for you to become a lifelong successful options and stocks trader. So we back it up with lifetime of membership as part of our program here. You go through our education, you become a student for life. Now, once again, I know I've been talking a lot good about the options and stocks. Let's be realistic. This program isn't for everybody. But you know what? Here's the thing. If you see the value in this, you want to get off the sidelines and maybe even looking to get into stock and options, here's what we can do. We can give you a 60-day warranty on it, meaning that when you enroll into our program, if for any reason, and what's today? Today is what, the 19th? Am I correct? Is it the 19th? Yeah, I think today's the 19th. Pretty much you have until March 19th. If you're not getting the results I'm showing you here tonight, if you don't find the value in this program, or maybe you enroll into the program, maybe stocks and options aren't for you. At least you got off the sidelines. You got into the game. You gave it a shot. We have a full warranty on it. We'll give you a full money-back guarantee. If you stick with us, though, you get a lifetime of membership into our program. We'd love to see you become a lifelong trader. Now, let's go ahead. I have a couple more minutes here. Let me just go through this here and explain to you what's all involved as far as our program, as far as getting you up to speed. You're going to go through 2 live 2-day classes. You'll go through a 2-day live options class, a 2-day live stock class. That's going to be Chris Irvin, the director of our equities education here, 15-year market veteran. He's going to be taking you by the hand, step-by-step teaching you and showing you how to do this in a live webinar setting just like you are here with me right now. So the neat thing about this, he'll go through the whole education, teach you and show you how to do all this. If you're in that live webinar, you have any questions, you can ask him right there, and he'll gladly answer any questions that you might have right there. Now, some of you, once again, maybe you're busy during the day. You might not be able to attend these classes live. Every single live session that we do here, whether it's with Kevin Dixon or anything like that, every single session is recorded. You can go back, watch it at your own leisure. Now, the neat thing about that is that even though you don't attend it live, you can send Chris an email, give our team a call. We'll help answer any questions as you're going along. But we also provide lifetime access. Once again, maybe you can't attend the first class live. You can come back the next one. Maybe you can attend it live. Now, actually, Jonathan just asked a good question. Do we have to come to Central Florida? No. Here's the neat thing about this. We'd love for you to come to our building, get trained live in person. But if for any reason, if for some reason you can't make the trip, everything is done online. You can access it right in the comfort of your own home. Maybe later on you can come back to a live session, but if anything, you can at least go through here. Now, here's the neat thing about this is that, in fact, actually, actually, Frank just asked a good question there. Frank says, when's the next class? Frank, I unfortunately don't know when the next class is, but anybody wants to find out like Frank, here's what you can do. Either type your phone number in, put the word class next to it, or put some sort of indication in that you're interested and find out when that next class is. If you want to find out how to reserve your seat for it. Unfortunately, I think it's in a couple days. I think what's today, Tuesday. It might be in a couple days. It might be at the end of the week, or I think it might be at the beginning of next week. In fact, I think the classes might even be back-to-back. I think we might be even having the 2-day options and 2-day stocks right back-to-back. But unfortunately, I didn't look that up here, Frank. I apologize for that. So, yeah, for those of you, I say, okay, Frank, I see you just typed your phone number with the word class. Yeah, if you guys want to get that information, I apologize for that. Simply type your phone number in with the word class. We'll reach out to you after the webinar. Yeah, thank you, Dawn, Oda, and Jeremy for that. I'm going to keep moving forward here. I want to keep moving forward here because I don't have much time. Now, as you're going through all this, you're also going to get access to the live online university. Once again, it's 18 modules of online, on-demand, at your own pace education. As I mentioned before, some of you will jump right in. You'll go through all 18 modules. You'll want to become educated as much as you can right out of the gate. Some of you, maybe you'll just do one module a week. It's all at your own pace. You can do that. Some of you are probably saying, you know what, William? I simply just want to go through the email alerts. Now, ultimately, our goal is for you to become an educated trader. We want you to learn as much as you can, but you know what? If you simply just want to go through the program, just get access to the email alerts, here's what we can do. You can also go by, we'll send you out those email alerts as you're going through learning how to do this, kind of like being an intern. While you're learning, taking some time learning how to do all this, we'll send you out email alerts like the one we sent out today for Netflix, helping you to take advantage of trading opportunities. Now, it's kind of like that saying. I like using the saying, give a man a fish he eats for a day, teach a man a fish he eats for a lifetime. We're going to educate you. You're going to go through classes. You're going to get that online education. Access to Kevin Dixon twice a day. You're going to get all this education, but in the meantime, we'll throw you a couple fish. We'll throw you email alerts out as you're going along, helping you get up to speed in these markets here. Now, I'm going to show you a couple more results here. I got about 2 or 3 more minutes here. Let me show you some more results before we end the webinar. A lot of you asking some good questions here. Let me see if I can answer some of them. Here's one email that went out about a month ago at the beginning of December. We told our students we were looking at XLE and XOM. XOM is ExxonMobil for those of you that don't know. Chris Irvin tells the whole story behind the trade while we're looking at it. It has met our criteria. It's created an opportunity to short the positions or to use put options. I've chosen to trade XOM with a put option. XOM right there is the actual option. Now here's the neat thing about this. We sent that out December 2nd with the story, with the analysis, and the actual order form showing our students how to place the trade. 6 days later, one of our students sends a message back to Chris saying, Chris, thank you so much for another awesome trade. Sent us step-by-step instructions. Here is what I got in return. Did 3 contracts, made 50% return on his investment, or almost $1,000 in 6 days. Once again, this is our goal. Our goal, and I'd love for those of you here in the room, we have about 120 of you here in the room tonight. I'd love for you guys to start getting these email alerts or start trading on your own, sending us these alerts back, sending these emails back, say, hey, look, here's my trading account. This is what I'm doing. Now, that other stock on there, XLE, was another opportunity. It went from 66 down to 58. We were talking about using shorts or put options on that. That was an $8 opportunity right there. One more quick one here before we get into, some of you asked us some good questions about pricing and that sort of thing. I'm going to get to that here in about another minute or so. Here's another one we sent out about a week or so ago, January 4th. We've closed out our AXP trade. AXP, we made 60% return on investment on that trade. So we have a whole bunch of other examples we can send you. You can ask an education specialist. They'll gladly go over and they'll explain to you. I'll show you some more examples of that as well. But those of you that do enroll, you also get to take advantage and take our market scanner for a test drive. Some of you, you'll want to learn how to use it. We have a training session going on tomorrow. For those of you that would prefer to have us do the heavy lifting, we'll do all the heavy lifting as well. But at least you'll have the market scanner in front of you. Get to take it for a test drive while we're showing you these opportunities. You'll have it right in front of you. You want to learn how to use it, we'll teach you how to do that. Now, our charting platform is also, you have to take it for a test drive. The market scanner is built right into our charting platform. We created our own charting platform here. This is the charting platform that we provide to our students. It includes the market scanner. You can access the market scanner right from the charts. The auto Fibonacci tool, it's patent pending. We're the only ones that have it. It's built into our charts. We'll teach you how to do Fibonacci's, but with the click of your mouse, it'll automatically draw your Fibonacci's for you, both up and down. Now, as I mentioned, our new charting platform we're launching this week, it also includes an auto trendline tool, an auto support and resistance tool, auto candlestick tool. So it's very user-friendly. I would normally demonstrate. I don't have enough time today, but if you come back to maybe another webinar, I'll be able to show you that. And we also provide custom indicators to our students as well. One of the custom indicators I'm going to be able to give you today is called the pinpointer indicator. It gives you triple confirmation before a trade. Before you get into the trade, I'll explain a little bit later what that works like, but that's included as well. Now, and one more quick thing about our charts. We're also launching a demo trading feature this week. You'll be able to trade demo right from the charts as well. So for those of you that have demo accounts, you'll be able to do that right from the charts. And we just launched this a couple of weeks ago. Our charting platform is now mobile. You can use it on a tablet, your computer, smartphone, whatever you want to do. Laptop, it's mobile now. So most of you right now, I see a lot of you asked some good questions about the program here. I know most of you made the decision that this is easy enough. You can see yourself being successful with it. Well, let me just reassure you, as I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, I was once just like you in one of these webinars. I said, yes, I've gone through the program. So I'm not asking you today to do anything that I haven't already done myself. Let me show you a couple more quick students here. Alvina G. She says she's never traded earning styles before, was a little nervous. She took our recommendation, made $3,500 overnight off of her first trade, simply listening and telling her what we did. Bob C. took a Twitter alert, made $550 in profit off of that one. Now, let's go back to Greg here. I'm excited about this one because we just got this one yesterday. He just sent this, I think, last week, and we just got it this week. But he made 18% profit today from following Kevin's opening, closing, and Sunday call. So here's a student listening to Kevin in the morning, listening to Kevin during the close, and then that Sunday call session made 18% in one day. Real students, real results. Now, one more quick student here before we bring this all together. George N. The reason I talk about George N., when he sent us this note, he was only a student for 2 months, had a 32 increase in his portfolio, helped him minimize his losing trades, had one option that was up 86% in 1 week. Now, my veteran traders will appreciate this. He said he made $3,500 in 17 minutes off of the fill and fade the gap trading strategy. I'm not going to talk about that here today, but as I mentioned before, Kevin Dixon loves doing that during that opening bell session. We taught George N. how to do it. He made $3,500 off of one trade right there. So as I mentioned before, it's all part of our program here. We provide the education, the tools, the training, and that live support. It's all online, all on demand at your own pace. We're going to take you by the hand and step-by-step get you up to speed in trading the market. As I mentioned before, you're going to get lifetime membership. Now, for any reason this doesn't work out for you, you have 60 days to take it for a test drive. I'll explain that here in just a second. Now, a lot of you are asking a good question, what all is included? Let's just do a quick recap here. We're getting to price here in about 30 seconds. You're going to get the live 2-day options class and the live 2-day stock class. You're going to get access to the on-demand online university. You're going to get access to the live daily analyst on-demand sessions, the pro analyst email alerts, that live Sunday trade planning session. You'll start getting that Sunday Spy the Market video updates, the weekly online sessions. You'll get a bunch of checklists. You'll get that depot checklist, equity trade map checklist, and much, much more. So once again, it's the education, the tools, the training, and the support. We give you a lifetime of membership. Now, let me explain to you as far as the warranty. Because here's the thing. You can actually enroll into a program with a full 100% money-back satisfaction guarantee. If you enroll today, what's that? Today's the 19th, so through March 19th, maybe on March 19th, 60 days, reevaluate the program. Are you getting the results I showed you here today? Do you find the value in this program? Do you actually, the stock and options market? Some of you may have been looking to get into it. Maybe this just isn't for you. You know what? You have an out. At least you got off the sidelines. You took it for a test drive. See how it goes. So we back up with a full money-back guarantee. You return the product to us. It didn't work out for you. No worries. We'll give you a full money-back guarantee. Those of you who choose to continue, though, we'll give you lifetime access. You'll have lifetime membership. We want you to become a lifelong trader. So a lot of you are asking about pricing. Now, here's the thing. We haven't locked in our 2016 pricing yet. If you go onto our website right now, we still have our 2015 pricing up. You can go on there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, markettraders.com. The retail pricing, we put it all package on at $7,995. If you were to put this all together a la carte, it would be about $12,000. So we save you about $5,000 online. Some of you probably now are probably thinking, hey, $7,995, not too bad. It's less than a college education. Also, we're providing with a skill set to potentially get a return on your investment right out of the gate. But here's what we're going to do. Because you just spent, the last hour or so with me here, we've gone a little bit over here, we're going to offer you a scholarship on this here today. So here's what we're going to do. We have something special for investor inspiration. We normally don't do this, so it's only special for investor inspiration. Not only are we going to get you locked in today at 2015's price, so saving you about $1,000 there, this is only for today and only for this webinar. We're also going to give you instant 50% off scholarship off of the program. This is our investor inspiration special. So if you've been to our webinars before, in fact, I did one yesterday, it wasn't this special. So here's what you need to do. To get locked in with us here today, type your phone number in, put the word ready, put the word investor, give us some sort of indication you want to get locked in, saving 50% off the cost of the program, plus getting locked in, saving an additional $1,000 on top of it when we raise the price for 2016. So for those of you ready to get started, and I have a couple more minutes left. Go ahead, type your phone number in, put the word ready, put the word investor, give us some sort of indication that you are ready to get locked in. We'll save you that instant 50% scholarship savings here today. So thank you for that, Dan. Dan, you were the first person to type your phone number in. I appreciate that. Michael, we have you down as well. We have you down with the word special. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Alexander, as well. So yeah, Alexander, I saw your question there about the payments. We do offer payments as well. If you're interested in a payment plan, if you're saying, William, I can't afford a one-time payment, here's what you can do. Type your phone number in, put the word flex, type the word payment. We have flexible creative payment plans as well. So if you've been looking for an opportunity to get involved, here's your opportunity, saving 50%, and we can also come up with an affordable payment plan to help get you involved. So thank you, Alexander. I saw you just typed your phone number in with the word flex as well. Thank you for that. So yeah, those of you that are ready to get started, thank you for that, Jacob. I saw you typed your phone number in as well. I have about another minute left, so here's what we're going to do. We have some special bonuses for everybody. Keep typing your phone numbers in, you have my permission. But what I want to do is let's keep moving forward here. Those of you that are looking to get locked in, we have some special bonuses. That pinpointer indicator, we're including that today. It's going to give you triple confirmation before you place your trade. If you are above the dark blue line, you have a green candle, green indicator, triple confirmation of a buying opportunity. You want some more information about the pinpointer? Type your phone number with the word pinpointer. We'll gladly reach out, get you that information about the pinpointer. Now, in addition to that, we're also going to provide you with a one-on-one trade plan set up. You let us know what your financial goal is. We'll have Kevin Dixon, we'll have Angie Dixon, we'll have Chris Irvin, one of our professional analysts. They'll sit down with you. We will come up with a specific trade plan to help get you set up and achieve those financial goals. Now, of course, everybody that does enroll, you'll get into that special session going on tomorrow. We'll be talking to our students about what is on our watch list. Netflix was an opportunity that happened today. You want to find out what happened with Netflix, we'll let you know what happened with that. But we have Amazon, with Chipotle, Starbucks. These are all on our watch list as well. So that's our special for today, 50% off. To get locked in, thank you for that, Jacob. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Jose. Jose was that. Thank you, Jose. I saw you just typed your phone number in as well. So the question you have to ask yourself, do you think you'd be successful trading with our professional analysts? Having a professional analyst giving you daily analysis each and every day, twice a day, showing you what's going on in the market, having us send you email alerts, alerting you to trading opportunities as you're going along. We just sent out a Netflix opportunity today. We sent an email out for Netflix today. We're looking at Amazon, a couple others that are on our watch list, Chipotle, Bed Bath & Beyond. There's some that are on our watch list right now. So we back up with a full money-back guarantee. I give you 60 days to try out the program. So if anything, it's at least worth maybe having that conversation, find out what we can do as far as getting you enrolled today. You get 2 full months to take it for a test drive. By March 19th, if this is not for you, if you're not getting the results, if you find that this market isn't for you, the program isn't for you, it's a full money-back guarantee. We'll gladly refund the full amount of the program here. So I'm about to wrap this up. So those of you that want to finally get locked in, take advantage of this here today. You have my permission right now. Go ahead, type your phone number in, put the word investor, put the word ready. We'll help get you installed, get you started here today, because we have these opportunities that are on our watch list right now. Netflix was on our watch list. We sent that email out right before coming in here. We're probably looking at Amazon coming up next, Chipotle. We'll be trading Bed Bath & Beyond as it's going down. Starbucks is another one that is on our watch list as well. So I'm about to wrap it up. That's our Investor Inspiration Special for today, except for I just saw that Daniel just typed in something here asking, I'm a student on the Forex side. If I have anybody that's in the room right now that is already a student of Market Traders Institute on the Forex side, here's what I want you to do. Type your phone number in, put the word student. We have student-only specials as well. We have a lot of creative options for everybody that wants to get enrolled. If you're already a student, if you've already made that commitment to MTI, we have special options for you as well. And for those of you, I know I went really quickly here. I just crammed about an hour, 20 minutes into about an hour right now. If you'd like to attend another webinar tomorrow, here's what I want you to do. Type your phone number in, put the word webinar or something like that. I'll go much slower tomorrow. I have a couple different webinars going on tomorrow. We'll go back through this all again in a little bit more detail explaining that here today. But at least type your phone number with the word webinar so we can at least get you locked in today with our Investor Inspiration Special here today. Now, I'm going to make it very easy for everybody here. I'm about to run out of time, and I have about 1 more minute left. For those of you that are ready to get started, and right now you might be thinking, well, William, Is there an option C? Is there a way to get the entire program for free? Actually, there is. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send this out into the chat box. For those of you that want to go ahead and take advantage of it now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send this out into the chat box for you here right now. Those of you who want to find out how to get the entire program for free. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Alex says, are we serious? Yeah, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to send this out to everybody into the chat box. Give me one more second here. I'm about to wrap this up. Let me send this out to everybody here in the chat box so everybody can take advantage of it. So yeah, those of you that are interested in finding out how to get the entire program for free, here's what you can do. Let me send this out to everybody here in the room right there. So yeah, all you need to do is type your phone number into the chat box with the promo code FREE, F-R-E-E. This is a legitimate option. To get this information, though, I only have about another minute left. I'll give everybody in the room 1 minute to go ahead and do this. So, yeah, John, thank you. Okay, yeah, now my chat box is blowing up right now. John, thank you for that. William, thank you for that. Andrea, Patrick. Yeah, those of you, I'm going to give everybody a minute here. Look in your chat box. Look on the screen with the instructions on how to do it. So, James, Marcus, yeah. If you've already typed your phone number in, ask the education specialist will go over this as well. Yeah, those of you I saw, yeah, James, I saw what you typed in there as well. James, yeah, James WH, thank you for that. Yeah, those of you that are ready to get started, I apologize for rushing through this. Limited time here today, but for those of you that find the value, it's at least worth having that conversation here today, finding out how to do this and get this information for free. If not, come back tomorrow. Come back for another webinar. We'll go through this a little bit slower. We'll take our time going through this here today. So thank you for that, Philip. Yeah, I'll give it another 20 seconds or so. So thank you, Kevin. Thank you for that, Daniel. Thank you for that, Matthew. Marcus as well. So about to run out of time here. So on that note, I wish everybody a good day. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap this up here right now. So I'll leave this up in the webinar. I'm going to send this out one more time. Let me send this out one more time right here. I'll send it out to everybody here. So, okay, yeah, Kathy, yeah, those of you who are still interested in payment plans and that sort of thing, yeah, we'll help you out with that. Thank you for that, Kathy. So on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to send this out to everybody in the room one last time. I'm about to this out. Okay, yeah, oh, okay, Marcus, yeah, thank you for that as well. I think I might have called your name out already. On that note, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody. I wish you the best in your trading career. I'll leave this up for about another minute. Until that time, I wish you the best in your trading career.